Hello, I'm Councilman George Cronk, and today we are going to walk you through how to understand your property tax bill. Whether you are a longtime homeowner or a new resident, this guide will help explain how your taxes are calculated and where your money is going. So let's get started. What are property taxes? Property taxes are calculated on an ad valorem basis, which means according to value. Each property owner pays their fair share of the town's overall tax burden based on how much their property is worth in comparison to all other properties in town. Your property's assessed value is determined by the value of both the land and the structure built on it. Several factors affect your assessed value: size of the property and home, number of bathrooms and kitchens, renovations and improvements. In general, improvements to your home can increase both the resale value and its assessed value. Budgeting and tax revenue. The borough is required by the state law to adopt a balanced budget, meaning we cannot spend more than we bring in. The difference between our anticipated revenues and the total budget is the amount that must be raised through property taxes. This is where you, the taxpayer, come in. Let's look at your tax bill and go section by section. Top left, you'll see your block, lot, and property address as listed here, along with the size of your lot. Directly below, you'll see the assessed value of the property split into land value and improvements structure value. On the top right corner, you'll see explanation of taxes. This breaks down how your taxes are distributed. They are county tax, local school tax, regional school tax, and municipal tax. Now remember, the only portion that the mayor and council have control of is the municipal tax. By keeping this low, we have ensured that East Rutherford has the second lowest taxes in Bergen County. We act as the collection agency for the other taxes like school and county, but we do not control their budget or spending. The municipal portion covers the following: police, fire department, DPW, recreation and sports, buildings and grounds, and the road program. For the average taxpayer, this comes out to less than $200 a month. How are your taxes calculated? Here is the formula to calculate your annual property taxes. You take the assessed value of your home divided by 100 times the total tax rate equals annual taxes. Example is, if your assessed value is $500,000, you divide 500,000 divided by 100 equals $5,000. If your tax rate is 1.62, then it's $5,000 times 1.62, it equals $8,100. You can also break down this individual taxes to repeat the same formula using each tax rate. Quarterly payments. Something interesting to know: not all 4 payments are equal. Tax rates aren't finalized at the start of the year. The first and second quarter bills are estimated based on the previous year's tax totals. An example: last year's total taxes was $8,100. Half of that for the first 2 quarters is $4,050. Divide that into 2 quarterly payments, $2,025 each for February and May. If final budgets are not approved by the time the third quarter bill is due, another estimated bill may be issued. This estimated bill is prepared by the borough's chief financial officer and tax collector. Don't multiply your third quarter bill by 4 to guess your annual taxes. This amount is based on an estimate and will give you an inaccurate, usually too high, projection. By the time the fourth quarter bill comes out, the final tax rate is known and your bill will be adjusted accordingly. Fairness through reassessment. To make sure that every property owner, residential and commercial, pays their fair share, we conduct annual reassessments to ensure that everyone contributes based on the current market value of their property. It also helps prevent costly tax appeals caused by outdated assessments. In other words, everyone needs to be rowing together. In closing, thank you for taking your time to better understand your property tax bill. We know taxes can be confusing, but we hope this guide helps make the process clear and more transparent. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to the Borough Tax Collector's Office. I'm George Cronk. Thank you for watching.